This is the Redux News. Fake news can lead to false memories. Voters may form false memories after seeing fabricated news stories, especially if those stories align with their political beliefs, according to a new study. The researchers suggest the findings indicate how voters may be influenced in upcoming political contests like the 2020 U.S. presidential race. Now, this study was done by the Association for Psychological Science. The research was conducted in the week preceding the 2018 referendum on legalizing abortion in Ireland, but the researchers suggest that fake news is likely to have similar effects in other political contexts, including the U.S. presidential race in 2020. Now, Gillian Murphy of University College Cork stated, in highly emotional partisan political contests such as the 2020 U.S. presidential election, voters may remember entirely fabricated news stories. In particular, they are likely to remember scandals that reflect poorly on the opposing candidate. Now, she and her colleagues, including leading memory researcher Elizabeth Loftus of the University of California, recruited 3,140 eligible voters online and asked them whether and how they plan to vote in the referendum. Next, experimenters presented each participant with 6 news reports, 2 of which were made-up stories that depicted campaigners on either side of the issue engaging in illegal or inflammatory behavior. After reading each story, participants were asked if they had heard about the event depicted in the story previously. If so, they reported whether they had specific memories about it. The researchers then informed eligible voters that some of the stories they read had been fabricated, and invited the participants to identify any of the reports they believed to be fake. Finally, the participants completed a cognitive test. Nearly half of the respondents reported a memory for at least one of the made-up events. Many of them recalled rich details about a fabricated news story. The individuals in favor of legalizing abortion were more likely to remember a falsehood about the referendum's opponents. Those against legalization were more likely to remember a falsehood about the proponents. Many participants failed to reconsider their memory even after learning that some of the information could be fake, and several participants recounted details that the false news reports did not include. Gillian Murphy says this demonstrates the ease with which we can plant these entirely fabricated memories despite this voter's suspicion and even despite explicit warning that they may have been shown fake news. Now, the participants who scored lower on the cognitive test were no more prone to forming false memories than those with higher scores, but low scorers were more likely to remember false stories that align with their opinions. This finding suggests that people with higher cognitive ability may be more likely to question their personal biases and their news sources, the researchers say. Now, Facebook used to display red warning flags alongside news stories third-party websites had judged to be fake news, but it ditched the strategy after saying it could entrench deeply held beliefs rather than calling them into question. As you can see, fake news is not only bad information, but can even impose psychological repercussions. Redux News, on the other hand, is here to give you the truth and unbiased information. So if you enjoyed the video, please like and don't forget to subscribe to stay on top of the latest news. Thank you for watching. This is the Redux News.